Stuff. All right, here we are, folks. It is the Blue Madness podcast. It's Tim Rogers with Dodgers 2080. Let's go. Let's go. The playoff rosters have been released. We got the chat already started a little bit early, which is awesome. I love to see it. We are just ready to rock and roll. It's time. I'm all set. Let's get it closer here. I got my Dodger Blue Cross. I got my rosary, baseball rosary. Let's go. I'm not wearing the Joe Kelly hat. It's not because Joe wasn't there, but bummer, kind of bummed, but I get it. Okay. Are you and Casey gonna do a prospect show in the offseason? I'm sure we're gonna do plenty. We need to do more. Last year, I think we're trying to get our channels going, together. And so that's, our own stuff, right? So let me get this straightened up here. There we go. A little bit better. We want to get stuff, we're trying to get our own channels going. But I'm glad to see people are in the house. All right. Let's get to the chat right away. I'm scared Mook and Fred won't show up again. Well, okay, Freddie we know is hurt. Right? So that's that. And I'm hoping everything's going to be okay, but just like most of the Dodger season, you got to be pessimistic about the injuries. Mook, it's all up to him, It's time. It's time to show up. It's just time. Enough of the podcast and all that stuff that he likes to do. It's time for Dodger baseball. So let's do it. And I think Mook's going to be ready. I think he's embarrassed by what's happened in the past, and he should be. Take Grove out and put in Kasparias. Yeah, I get that. There's more length there with Kasparias too. A little more volume. Okay, let me. Oh shoot, yeah. Let me check that. Thank you for that. Let's see, is that better? Please let me know. Oh, because I'm also doubling up. There we go. All right, hopefully that's better. Please let me know, Tony. Thank you for that. I appreciate that. It's been a really rough season for Freddie. I mean, most importantly, his son getting just so sick. The kid almost passed, 3 years old. Come on. That's rough. So whatever, Freddie's doing the best he can. Kasparias provides more length. And I mean, it's short things, but yeah, I agree. He has proven himself better than Grove. I like Grove too. Both are friends of the show. Michael's a great dude. I hope, but yeah, I agree. Let's get the Dodgers put Michael Grove on the roster. He is the worst Dodger pitcher. What are they thinking? Yeah, I think I'm not going to disagree with the Kasparias over him. And with the Joe Kelly thing, I get it because the guy's only good for one inning, and he's been shaky. We know that. Love Joe Kelly, but it is what it is. Trey B is hyped, and he should be. It is time to get hyped. Let's see. Hello, Mr. John Rod. Good to see you. Scoosh up. Okay, we got that. Freddie will be R. I'm going to say, assuming all right. The situation with Freddie reminds me when he got derailed when Henley was drilled in the ribs by Joe Kelly. What a story for Edgardo Enriquez. So I think I've told you guys the story. We'll talk about it maybe a little later, but just to get it out. We got to get more people on this show. If you can share it, please do. I'm going to do a quick share right about now. I just got to get that going. I know that we were with Casey last week. I thought that was a blast. Casey's always fun to do work with, that's for sure. So I'm just doing another blast to my chat, to my Twitters, to the Twitter machine, and then but we'll talk the rosters a bit more in a second because man, it's always one of those things you just gotta. I didn't want to do the show until the rosters were done. I saw it, it was at Costco, and there they were. So glad to see that the rosters are out. let's see, what do we got going on with the crew here? What else we got? The chat's is on fire for sure. Yeah, Edgardo. I mean, he started up in single A, low A at Rancho. I mean, he starred though in that prospect game against the Angels prospects. He was a stud. So yeah, awesome. I'm gonna crack one open here. So I'm gonna get out of the habit. I'm down to 2 a day. Once I'm out, I'm out. I'm only gonna try to drink them just at home or just when I'm like at a restaurant or something. Oh, it's so freaking good. Got to break the addiction. Trying to get some more chemicals out of my body. Yeah. So yeah, Edgardo, he was fantastic all the way through, and it's very exciting. Another friend of the show. Tried to get an interview with him. I know he's busy, so no luck. The problem is the team designated Kasparis for the season ended. No, he can be. He can't. I know what you mean, but the options don't matter right now. At least I think I could be wrong because those things have changed. But yeah, he wasn't. He was optioned right. What's news on Grotto? It can't be good. Oh, Mike, good. I tried to send the link to you and it wasn't letting me in the chat. I don't know what's going on. Mike, glad to have you in the house. So just nothing, just the fact he's not on the rosters always, it's just bad. And I don't expect to see him. We know how the Dodgers are. I'm just shocked that we're seeing Freddie, but that's because Freddie wants it. Hopefully Miggy's good too. We'll see what the lineup looks like. I'm excited about that. Maybe it'll come out when we're doing the show. So if someone keep an eye out for that lineup. Mr. John Rod 77, this is where it's at. Mookie better not drop a podcast with Manny during the series. If he does that, it's he might as well leave. Can't do that. Cannot do that. Should have kept Kelly on the NLDS just to punt Profar. No disagreement. No, Tatis is his boy. Profar is just a weirdo. Tatis, the guy cheated. And I don't think Major League Baseball is a big fan of him, at least the players. But yeah, he better not drop a podcast with any of the Padres. It just focus. I know that life's bigger than just our little podcasts and stuff like that, but he's got to be doing that. Are you sure about that, Norm? But hey, whatever. I'm gonna go with you. But that I get you now. Keeping Kershaw off the roster is the best thing for this franchise, injured or not. I agree. He doesn't. Hey, there he is. The incline. What's up? What's up, Kevin? Good to hear from you. Alana Rizzo supposedly picked the Padres to win, and she was crucified for it last night on Clint's show. Hey, you know what? She's just being objective. I'm going to tell you right now. I still think the Padres are a better team. The Padres should win this series. They should. But I think the Dodgers are going to find a way to win it because I think there's the Shohei factor. But the Padres have a really good team. We'll go over their roster. They have a very well-rounded team, but the bullpen has had some issues. The bullpen's starting to go, and they had to use their bullpen over the last couple days, and the Dodgers didn't, which was good. Really wanted 3 games out of that one, but it is what it is. The switch of Yamamoto, Flaherty, and Grover over Kelly makes me wonder if Flaherty's going through something. No. This is purely by having Yoshinobu, I'll just go with the Yoshi thing. I'm just going to, he goes game 1, and then he can start game 5, and then Flaherty's available. Yoshi, if he goes game 2, probably isn't ready for game 5 because of the way his rest is. He's just not used to that. Flaherty, he could start game 2 and game 5 if he had to, and if they think that's the best call. Or he can come out of the bullpen, whatever. They'll both be available that game 5 instead of just one of them. And so it all works out. So it's going to go, and boy, Casey was really right about stuff we're talking about. They got to win these Flaherty Yamamoto games. They have to. So Yamamoto today, Flaherty tomorrow. On Tuesday, it'll be Bueller, and hopefully that's it. Hopefully that's it. Yes, I agree, Nando. Yamamoto wouldn't need a game 5. Dodgers in 3. That's the way it's working out. And then if needed, Knack in 4, and then Yoshinobu and Flaherty on 5. And they who knows what they'll do in game 4. I see that as a bullpen game, where Landon Knack is the bulk guy. But man, let's talk rosters. Let's just do that. Let's go. Let's talk about our roster. Pitchers. So the biggest name is Joe Kelly not being on it. Kershaw, if he was going to be on, that would have just been silly. We knew that wasn't going to happen. And then Kasparias versus Grove. Yeah, and so you see the people responding. Kevin Kiermaier didn't make it. Andy Pages has fulfilled my prophecy. He is on the roster. Very excited for him. I'm poking on the wrong page, aren't I? Let me go. Sorry about that, folks. Sorry. There we go. There it is. All right, so yeah. Yep. Thanks, Sal. So ESPN's predicting the Dodgers win today. Well, good. It's what do we got? Cease today. One of the keys is Cease. You got to make him throw strikes. That's the same with that King guy. You just got to make him get in the zone. Musgrove too. Those guys live out of the zone. There's a lot of that. So Dodgers did well against Cease. That's good. Would have been, I'm just, they didn't burn Cease in the playoffs. It's too bad. Would have been nice, but hey, let's go. Aronetic, welcome. So no Kelly, no Robleski, that's expected. No Kirsch, that was expected. No Gratterall, and no Kasparias, but Grove and Edgardo Enriquez. Paez did fulfill my prophecy. Barnes is healthy enough. I'm just excited about Norm got a good point. Based on how the staffs match up, I believe whoever wins game 1 will take the series. This could be. I mean, it's obviously and for the Dodgers this is more important because they're at home. They need to win these games. The last in 2022, I got to relive it. Sorry. It's still bitter. It's still not a fan. Why is my messages up? There we go. We have we won the first one, lost the second one, and that was it. To cover, the Dodgers can change their roster for NLCS. Correct. Or as would be said, correctamundo. Yeah. So getting some views now, that's good. Hopefully more people will start coming out. Roster's fine. Kiermaier didn't make it. Pages did. That makes sense. Rojas is on it, and so is Freddie. Yeah, it is getting exciting. I'm getting nervous for sure. I just do. I mean, I do a better job of getting over them, at least, to not get depressed. Thank you, Lord. But the rest of it, man, it's rough. It's freaking rough. Let's look at the Padres roster. And where was it? My bookmarks. There it is. Such ugly colors. Can we be straight up about that? Just the ugliest looking things out there. All right. Jason Adam, been really good. He's a good one. I know he was shaky, though. He was shaky. Yeah, Tiger's getting raked right now. Yeah, how did the Padres perform over the Braves? They couldn't dominate a broken team and almost went to a game 3. Yeah, because once you got to like that 6 batter game, it was kind of over. So their bullpen, they got Estrada and Adam. Estrada has been Mike. I want to say Mitchell King because that's a player I had It's Michael King. He's been really good, but the Dodgers have seen him a lot. It's time to just lay off some pitches. He'd be good to go. Wandy Peralta, he's a lefty specialist, but he's not good against lefties. He's good against righties. Dylan Cease, so it's obviously a good pickup. Brian Hoeing, he's just kind of a guy they throw out there sometimes. Matsui, light him up. Martin Perez, hey, you know what? That was a good pickup, and he's been solid. I think the Dodgers can light him up. Suarez has been shaky. Darvish, he's been good. He's been good. Alec Jacob, no worries. Marahone's been good. Tanner Scott's been shaky. So there's some shaky stuff in there. The catchers, Elias Diaz and Higgy. Let's go with Higgy. Surprising power there from Higgy. The infield, Arias is a DH, but he's a singles hitter. Machado is Machado. He wants it. He wants it bad, but he's just a weirdo. Xander Bogaerts, well overpaid, but he's still a decent player. It's weird though; they are playing him at shortstop, so okay, that might hurt. Donovan Solano's been a good pickup. Cronenworth is he's doing okay. He's actually decent for his money this year. Still, well, they're better when he plays second. Actually, they're better when Bogaerts is at second, but that's Tyler Wade's mostly a pinch runner. Sometimes they'll use him as a pinch hitter. Yeah, it's ironic that Darvish used to be a Dodger. Yeah. We will never forget. The outfield, Lockridge does a lot of running. Merrill's been fantastic. Peralta, hopefully the Padres are down 9-0 and he hits a double and does some stupid celebration. That was embarrassing. Profar, thanks Will Smith. Fernando Tatis, Knucklehead Deluxe, super talented. No lies there. He's a super talented player. He's just an idiot. So that's a good team. I'm going to go to Josh Thomas real quick because Josh made a really good point. He had some stats, as Josh is known to do. Josh, my man. Still haven't met Josh in person. It's kind of crazy. Was it that one? Oh, maybe it was someone else. Gosh darn it. Nope, never mind. Ooh, but he does have this post. We'll just go over this real quick. The Dodgers in the pipeline top 100. 39 Dalton Rushing, 48 Josue DePaula, 70 Alex Freeland, 70 Jackson Ferris. Jackson Ferris is going to be in the top 10 coming up by the end of next year, by the end of 2025. All right. Maybe it was somewhere else. Maybe it was Eric Steven. Eric's a good dude too. Things are happening today. Now there's something about the ERAs of the pitching staff. All right, I don't see it. That's okay, but the Padres pitching staff has had issues, especially the starters have been really good, but it's been the relievers, that's for sure. All right. Yeah, I wanted to go to the game today. I just can't. I worked, a ton of hours this week, and my goal will be to go to one Dodgers can clinch. Okay. Yeah, so sorry, Mike, about getting the tickets. They switched it on you. I'm sure you weren't the only one. I know people were excited, the Japanese on Japanese matchup there. Muncy and Smith, Norm straight out brings it. Norm's bringing it today. Muncy and Smith can't be wallpaper again in the playoffs. They need to start carrying some water. Mookie's Dodger legacy will be put to the test. He lays another egg, and all bets are off. Yeah, and all of a sudden he is no longer the guy that we just love to see. He needs to step up. He really does. So Smith seemed to have gotten better by the end of the year. He seemed to have gotten plenty of rest during the season, and he seemed to be hitting the ball better. So I'm happy with that. Muncy, he's coming around. Remember, he was out for 3 months, but he's getting better, and so we got to love it. Let's see. Lots of teams don't make it every year like the Dodgers. Very true. Arias, Merrill, and Bogaerts need to be controlled. think they're bigger threat than Machado and Tatis. Well, remember it was Bogarts and Cronenworth that did a lot of damage against the Dodgers, even though the Dodgers did take 2-3. Oh, Marcus Stroman, Mrs. ALDS roster, overrated. My gosh, all bets are off. Ha ha, Matty Man. Don't mean I'm not excited. Yeah, I know you're excited. Yeah, don't give Manny 2 ABs with runners in scoring position like Fried did. Yeah, Fried, that was. So I'm out. I've been out on Fried anyway. I think he's too old. I know he got hurt, but we don't. Fried's not the guy, unless he's real cheap. But I don't see that happening. That's for sure. Yeah. Let's see what else. Topics on the table. I want to talk sports with you. Okay. From what you guys have heard, I've been really busy, so I haven't had a chance to do all the homework I usually like to do. So I saw that Freddie says he's ready. We never can believe Freddie. That's because he's a gamer. We know this. But is he ready? Can he play defense? Can he run enough? Just get on base, Freddie. Do not do stupid things on the field, on the base paths. And maybe he has to be replaced defensively at the end of the game with Mr. Kike at first. Kike plays pretty good first. And then Miggy Ro. I'm waiting for this darn lineup. Where's my lineup, folks? Where is my lineup? I'm just dying for it. It's what, little 4.5 hours to game time. Come on. It's not that hard, guys. Give me a lineup. Give me a lineup. Let's see. I'm just seeing anything else coming up. Yeah. Whew. Amazing. Yeah, man. Okay. If the Dodgers go one and done, do you think Freeman blows up the infield? I think he blows up a few things. I still believe no matter what. I'm not a fan of firing a bunch of dudes, but if this goes south again, that means the team wasn't ready. Hire some different voices. You can keep your current staff, but hire more. You got the money. Will Doc's contract get extended? Well, I think he has to win a World Series or at least get into the World Series for that to happen. Yeah, this is the truth. All right, here comes Matty Man, number 5, throwing some stuff at me, and he's right. Padres will pitch around Ohtani. Balls off the plate in hopes of him getting himself out, and he sometimes does. If he walks, fine. They're going to make bets, and Freeman prove they can hit in the playoffs, as they should. They absolutely should do that. That's a really, yeah. Let's see, 4 rookies in the postseason. Oh yeah, okay. Well, let me count that again. Hold on. Where's my freaking bookmarks? I want my bookmarks right at the top. All right, let's look at that roster again. Let's count the rookies. Let's go. All right. Edgardo, Knack. Oh, yeah, Yoshi. I forgot. He is a rookie. And Paez. Yep. 4 rookies. You got to dig it. Let's see. Norm says, for me, if Freeman can't leg out a single or stretch doubles or run down a pop-up, he is hurting the team. If he gets on the field, fans should hold him up to the same expectation. This is the playoffs. Absolutely. This is one of those things where we can't have those little, oh my gosh, it's my guy, he's got to play. If Freddie is not ready, oh, nice rhyme there, Rogers. If Freddie ain't ready, Freddie should not be playing. None of this bull crap. You could put Kike Hernandez, who's been very hot. You could put Kike at first. Now, that's the question. Is a healthy Kike Hernandez, who's been playing pretty well. Now, it's been a week, so these guys, anyone who is hot is no longer hot. He's been playing very well. And this is what the Dodgers have to ask themselves. Is he better than where Freddie is right now? And you have the same question for Miggy Ro. Are they a better team, given where Miggy's at? Are they a better team with Edmund short and Pages in center versus Rojas at short and Edman in center. They have to ask those questions. And so I think that's legit. Freddie has to be as good or better than Kike Hernandez in his current state. Miggy Ro has to be a better option than the combination of Andy Pages and Edman at short. Has to be, or you've blown it. If they lose this thing because they're playing injured players, I will be furious because they did that in 2022. They always got to go with their guys. I know, but you know what? Pages in center, I get it. I totally get it. He's been a little bit better, but yeah. Yeah, but I agree, Mike, about Kike at third and Muncy at first. Muncy hadn't played first base since 2021, so I don't know. Teams that won it all often had those handful of rookies surprising everyone. Yeah, hey, August 6th, I recorded my little short about Edgardo. Those are the things you got to look at. Just those surprises. I'll go Mookie in center and Pages in right, whatever. But yeah, which is probably the future anyway. All right, well, Pages in right next year, Mookie is second. Yeah. Yeah, Pages in left, Edman in center. No, I mean I'm saying if Miggy Ro's out, then Edman goes to short. That's what I'm saying. Because you got Teo in left. But you could do that. You could do let's see. Eek. Yuck. Yeah, Pages in the outfield is scary. That's why, yeah. Bring Freddie in as a pinch hitter so we can walk it off Homer Gibson style. There you go. I like that. If Miggy struggles, it's Edman. Yeah, Edman's a really good shortstop. But then you go, okay, who plays center? And they'd probably go with Pages. Remember, that's what they did at the end of the year. And they did it in those Padre games. And so I think they would just sacrifice the defense for the offense. And, defense, man. Defense helps your pitching. Always remember that. Yep, Teo's in left. I mean, if Miggy and Freddie are good, it's going to be William Dilliam, Freddie, Lux, Miggy Ro, Muncy. That's going around the infield. Teo, Edman, and Mookie in the outfield. That's if everyone's good enough. But I swear, man, those guys you got to get them out if they're not ready. You got to get them out. No favorites. And it's a good sign. No, as you know, Joe Kelly I'm a huge fan. Huge fan of Joe Kelly. And I know the Dodgers love the guy. But the fact he's not on the roster shows me something. It shows that they're not playing these stupid games. You can make the arguments about Grove, Kasparius, and things like that. Well, yeah, I agree about not having Kiermaier on the roster may come back to haunt them at least one game. I agree. Plus, we don't know how healthy he is. Remember, he hurt his finger? Maybe we'll post. Freddie will try, but if he can't move, they need to make a move. I just hope they're ready. They have to. They have to be. Like you said, they have to be. Freddie has to be better, as good or better than Kike Hernandez, because that's the lineup change. And then you got to go Miggy Ro and Tommy Edman has to be better. That's Miggy Ro at short, Edman in center, has to be better than Tommy Edman at short and Andy Pages in center. Defensively, offensively, all that stuff. If they're not, one of them is going to, they could, if they have to, they could put someone out, and he'd have to be out for the next series also. Freddie's bat is more important than speed. I agree. And that's why you got to have so true about pitching around Ohtani. It is so true. That's really just a great tape. I want to be able to find a way to start. I want to be able to put it's probably a different app where I can spotlight who's talking. The chat, that would be great. I got to figure that out. Taylor did start hitting. Yeah, Taylor's been good. He's been hitting the ball, you know, just better. In 5 games, Pages might not be challenged with a tough play, but you never know. Yep, Yamamoto has to be an alpha this series, but the Padre lineup is kind of hitters that present problems for him. I know, because both times they've faced him, they've hit him pretty good. They have. So he cannot be saying, "Oh, first pitch fastball." Because if you look at when Max Fried gave up all his runs, almost every pitch that they hit was down the middle. Just about every frickin' pitch. Yamamoto can't do that. He's got to work around the edges. He cannot, and they got to mix it up. They got to have a game plan different than they've had with the other 2 games Yamamoto started against them. That has to be the case. That's really true. It has to be the case because one of the reasons the Dodgers have gotten beat the last 2 years, if the teams come out and they have a different plan, they pitch them differently than they did during the season. Smith needs to call a smart game. Yeah, he does, and that stuff's also coming from the bench. So this is an all-around thing. And if he doesn't call a smart game, Austin Barnes. Forget the bat. I need my catcher doing his thing. I think Smith will be fine. And plus, William throws the ball, man. He's gonna get a couple caught stealings, I think, in this series. Remember, it used to be that the Padres would run crazy on the Dodgers. Not so much anymore. So the Dodgers made some really good improvements on that. So those are good. There's good signs here and there. Why is that? Oh, dang it. I wasn't getting my story going. Oh, well. That's okay. Let's talk about the hot things. Okay, Yamamoto's got to make sure that he's pitching not to the Padres' strengths. 2, they're going to pitch around Ohtani, Mookie, and Freddie, and Teo must make them pay. Those are 2 of the biggest keys to the game. Absolutely. Let's see. Feels like Yamamoto and Ohtani are going to carry this team. Yamamoto has a lot to prove. Hopefully he will. Let's not have another Grandalda Barnes situation, please. They had to, didn't they? And they had to do it in 2020. Last 2 games of the World Series. Who is your starting catcher? Yes. Austin Barnes, for good reason. But Smith's made so many improvements. Let's remember this also. Yamamoto does have WBC experience. And remember how good he was in New York. Let's just hope his shoulder can handle it. But yeah, let's get this series. This is the gotta win it, man. So yeah, I'm the friend, in San Diego. I'm the Dodger friend. I don't talk smack to my Padre compadres. I really don't, other than they're ugly. Their uniforms are ugly. But they talk smack to me like crazy. The only time I talked smack was when we won it in 2020. And if the Dodgers win it again, it's over for all of them. It just is. I will be relentless because I got years of stuff backed up. And unlike the rest of my life, there will be no forgiveness. Gosh, this stuff's so good. What else is happening other than the Padres and Dodgers and Padres? Oh, man. It's going to be crazy. So we also know Game 3. Dodger fans, it's up. This is on you guys, on the Padre fans or Dodger fans that are out there. Dodger fans got to be loud. They got to stay in the game. It doesn't matter. No way. Joe Bose. Joe frickin' Bose. Oh, man. Blast from the past. My man, one of my great coworkers, man. He did some great work for us. Come on back, Joe. I get you in easy, man. Good to hear from you, dude. Oh, jeez, that's awesome. Jobos, or as Tree would call you, Jobo. Um, can the Philly Fanatic and Mr. Met have a wrestling match during that series? um, that'll be a great series too. I mean, it's really too bad that well, it's good in some ways for baseball, right? To go, hey, the Dodgers are playing the Padres and the Mets are playing the Phillies. That way you get those two rivalries. Versus what it really should have been, there should have been some balance, right? There should have been balance between the seeding where you reseed. And the Dodgers actually should be playing the Mets and the Phillies should be playing the Padres, which is better for the Dodgers in my opinion. However, gonna have to go through the Padres anyway. They are a very good team. And one of the differences between what we saw in 2022 and even 2023, both the Dodgers were better, way better than the Padres in 2022 and way better than Diamondbacks in 2023, and they just blew it. 2023, I'll blame injuries more. 2022, terribly misplayed all the way around. Team's not prepared. Now, if this Dodger team is not prepared, and they pull a 2022 or 2023, fire everybody. I'll be curious whether the Dodgers will play with sustained emotion during the playoffs. Can't be robots anymore. Doesn't work. Exactly. You got to get going, man. And that's one of the advantages the Padres have is they have guys that are very emotional, but that can also be a disadvantage. You get them rolling on the bad side, they might tank. But yeah, the Dodgers though they got Miggy Ro and Teo are two of the guys that have to step it up. Get Lux in there. But it'd be really cool to see the leaders. I want to see Freddie, Ohtani, and Betts leading it. I mean, I think Machado's a knucklehead, but the one way he does lead is his enthusiasm, and it is catchy. So, do it. Let's go. That's what you got to do. Yeah, the Dodgers should not be taking this team lightly at all. If they are stupid. The injuries this year will protect Dave. If the Dodgers don't win next year, they'll make a change to the top. I agree. And plus, this is Dave's 9th year. Can you believe that? Dave Roberts, man, good for him. And next year will be the 10th year, and his contract ends at the end of next year. So, but injuries aren't an excuse. I don't allow it for my fandom. You can do what you want with that. But the Dodgers should not. Injuries are not an excuse. They're going to happen every year. I'd be more inclined to look at the dudes handling the pitching staff this year more than Dave. At the end of the day, though, Dave Roberts is the guy that makes those changes during the middle of the game. Yeah, they have a plan, but he didn't have to pull Tyler Anderson out after 5 innings of 2-hit ball and no runs. Nando, what will you do? What will you do if Dave Roberts is gone? What will be your purpose in life? That's my question. You probably give yourself like a year vacation, just enjoy yourself, man. Many injuries to the pitchers is concerning. Correct. It's a systematic failure. It's not, that is all the way from the top to the bottom. That's for sure. Top to the bottom. So they have to fix that. But yeah, I hope, Nando, how about this? If the Dodgers can win the World Series this year, next year, let's just make a deal. If the Dodgers win the World Series this year, you have to go all of 2025 without a fire Dave Roberts. Could you do that? Yeah, Monty in that situation with Haynes back in 2022. Yeah, what? Yeah. Hey. I'll leave that alone, Matty. I don't know the situation. Yeah, they can erase a lot that garbage of 2022 and 2023, and the way that was handled so poorly, And, I'll buy a Dave Roberts jersey if they win. Same. Same. I'll also be buying if the Dodgers win the world. If. This is big ifs, folks. We got to get through this. Okay. All right. I like in 2020, I bought Corey Seager jersey because he was the the World Series MVP. So whoever's the World Series MVP for the Dodgers, whenever year it is, that's the jersey I'm buying. Yeah, Nando keeps it light over here. That's probably on Clint and Doug's show. By the way, welcome back, D-Mac. Welcome back. And he's doing a Rams game on the radio tomorrow? Yeah, man. As you all know, Doug had back surgery. He talked about it. But he is back home. He's back at it. Lots of prayers for Doug, that's for sure. Hey, I'm a fan. D-Mac's a great guy. And he's a friend of mine. So, I was obviously very concerned about him that he was hurt like that. Jeez Louise, man. I'm hoping for Game 3, even with the Padres blocking us getting tickets, they'll be outnumber them at Payca. Nah, it probably won't happen. And you know what? I'm fine with that. I'm actually fine with that. Now, that's easy for me to say. Yeah, Doug posted that on Twitter. So there's nothing, I didn't give anything out there. I think if the Dodgers go out early, the futures of Betts and Freeman will be in question, especially if their bats don't show up. Ohtani needs more reliable co-stars that show up in the postseason. It's hard to disagree with you, Norm. Good to hear his procedure went well. Yeah, D-Mac was as tough as nails. Never once heard him complain about his back. Never once. Yeah, Doug's. But there's thing. He's not going to show it to you. Doug is. Put it this way. Doug's way more professional than I am. I'll share with you everything. Doug's more professional than I am. He didn't share all that stuff. There's just I gotta be. I don't want to let it because I'm a friend with it, but I know some stuff. I just don't want to let anything out there. That's for sure. Yeah, Doug is. It's amazing to watch his growth. He's so good at what he does, and he started rough. When in 2019 when he took over for Greg Bregman Bergman. And Greg was great at what he did, and then Doug started getting in there, getting good, get better and better, and just when we get together, we just talk, man, talk baseball. The dude knows the game. He works hard at this thing, and it's his job. But I'm really happy for him being able to do more work with on the radio side. So. Get that money, Doug. Get it all, man. Get that fame. Doug's great. So, if anyone not a D-Mac fan, yeah, he's just super good. And he's got a style, and the podcasting really works for him in that way. And let's see how it works with the radio. Hopefully that I think it will, and I think. It'll be interesting to see how he mixes with people that he's not used to. But we'll see. I'm sure they've done some dry runs and things like that. So, all right. I'm going to get off this show because you know what? I think I'm going to go watch me some Mets and Phillies. D-Mac is a man of the people. So, hey, and again, I got to shout all these people out. All right. And I'm going to miss some people for sure. But, D-Mac, of course. My man Clint Pasillas. Without those guys, this show ain't happening. With my man Gary Lee, the owner of Dodgers Nation, and all that stuff, not here without him. And just those three have taught me so much. And then just being able to get to know guys like Vincent Pario and Jeff Snyder, Eric Steven, all the guys at Dodger Beat, Casey, of course, Mike with Dodger Beat, Roger with Dodger Beat, Amy Cuevas. I know she's not on Dodger Beat anymore, but there's just so many good folks. And I know I'm missing people. Kevin, my man Klein. My man Klein. I love it. Kevin will mix it up, man. He'll piss people off. But you know what? I love it. I think Doug does a great job, and he mixes it up, and he makes you think. I don't have to agree with him, but he makes you think. And so I enjoy Kevin, and I'm sure I'm missing folks. Oh, Cody Snavely is another guy. Yeah, so shout out to all those shows. Dodger Blue Guys, of course. Blake and all. Predict the series, one from the heart and another from the brain. Okay, from the brain, I got Padres 3-2. From the heart, it's always Dodgers sweeping. I never pick them to lose a freaking game. But I think the Dodgers will have a really good chance of winning. I'm just going purely on the numbers and all that type of stuff, kind of the Alana Rizzo thing. I think that the Padres have what it takes to beat them. And right now, they are a better team. And they're coming in. They are, like I like to always put on my Instagram things, they're always coming in hot. They're coming in hot. They just had that big series, even though they almost blew it. I know losing Musgrove is going to hurt, but they're a really good team. So, but I give the it's going to be, I think it's going to be a close series. And it could come down to playing favorites or not. You know what I mean? If they go play if Freddie's not healthy and Miggy's not healthy and they play him, then their Dodgers will lose. But if Dave Roberts steps it up and the management steps it up and plays who needs to be played and just don't do stupid things. I'm going to pull up one last. I'm going to pull up something because it was actually. It's the best tweet that I've seen. Padres better than 4 seed, yeah. Where is it? I gotta find this one. Give me a second. Oh, let me find this. I think I talked about it earlier, but I really want to talk about this. Joseph, my man. And let me find him. Give me just a second, a little bit more, because I think this is where it's at. Says it all. Let's see, not quite there. Ooh, I'm hungry. Dang it, I haven't eaten yet. I try to not eat till noon. Give me a second. I know, sorry, boring. Craig, you're in the house. Normie, yep, I got you too. Yep. Dodgers in 3 in 2025. No, it's my guy Joseph Dutch. He's really good. And, don't have to agree with him, but he's good. Where is that one? Oh, well. But his point was, name an unexpected hero from each team. Scott and Knack. Ooh. I've got, okay, for the Dodgers, ready for it? Walker Buehler. For the Padres, I'm going, it's going to be, I think it's Jackson Merrill. Dude steps it up. So the point was, The Dodgers haven't beat a better team than themselves in the playoffs since 2016. And that was the Nationals, and that's even debatable if they were a better team. And I know I think we talked about this last week with Casey, but it really has stuck with me. Since then, the Dodgers have not beaten a better team than them, and I consider the Padres a little bit better. But also, they've lost to teams that are so their playoff record is abysmal compared to where they're the team that they are. Let's go. We're going to go through it. We'll start at 2015 when the new management took over. Donnie Dum Dum. They were the best team in baseball, and they couldn't get out. They couldn't beat the Mets. Just terrible baseball. Using Pedro Baez too much and all that. 2016, fine. They lost to the Cubs. That went exactly was the most I could expect. Yeah, that was a barn burner. That was an amazing game. Great to see that series. That was great. 2017, I don't care about the cheating. I do, but I don't. They should have beat those Astros. So many mistakes. So many mistakes, especially from the manager and Kenley Jansen. Throwing a 0-2, 1-2 pitch right down the middle. Dude, that was the game. Game 2. I was there. That's a nightmare. 2018, that was such a weird season. They came back from a lot. But losing to the Red Sox, I expected that. 2019, they lost to the Nationals. They were a better team than the Nationals. 2020, they did what they needed to do. But they didn't beat anyone better than them. They did exactly as I expected. Anything less would have been bad. 2021, they ran out of gas. They just did. But maybe beating the Giants, but I don't know if the Giants are really a better team that year. They beat them by one game. 2022, they lost to a far inferior team. 2023, they lost to a far inferior team. What's next, boys? What's next, Dodgers management? What's next, Dave Roberts? What's next, Mookie Betts and Freddie Freeman? A lot's on them. Yeah, that I was watching that ball because I had a really good view of Bellinger's shot, but it wasn't it. And I was watching it because Reddick was going back. He had it the whole time. Off the bat, everything looked good, but I watched the outfielder, and so I wasn't surprised it wasn't caught. That it was caught. You can always tell the best announcers, they watch the outfielder. Any of them who are watching the ball are just silly. Oh, dang it, there it was. Oh, well. Yeah, so that's the case. That is what it is. Yeah, reunite with Jock for sure. You think Twins could beat the Phillies, or the Mets could beat them? Hey, it's the playoffs. Everyone's pretty good, right? Everyone's pretty darn good at this. They're all good. The pitching's better. The hitting's better. You don't have the crappy teams in. There are no crappy teams in here. Every team is capable of beating the other teams. The question is, do the Dodgers have enough pitching? At the end of the day, they can't run out of pitching. Somehow, Walker Buehler is going to be key. So, keys, right? We talked about it already. Pitching around Ohtani, who's got to deliver. Health of Freddie and Miggy Ro. Make sure they're playing if they're ready. And if they improve the team. If the alternative is better, go with the other guys. And Walker Buehler. Let's get those things happen. We're going to be in good shape. The offense happens. This team can score 10 runs against any team in baseball. Any team, any pitcher. They have that potential. Time to step it up, boys. that. What area code's 870? Oh, just got a text from that. Yeah. Okay, folks, let's end it. I think this was really good to be back on here. I'll be coming and going on this stuff. I don't want to have to repeat the last 2 years. I don't want to have to talk about organizational failures. Can't have that. So go Dodgers, right? All right, folks. Let's end it properly. Again, thanks everyone. I appreciate it. It's big. This is big. I hate losing, and I hate losing to the Padres. Let's get the W. Yeah, we'll end on norms here. Getting knocked out by a division rival for 3 consecutive years will bring out the worst in everyone. Absolutely, including yours truly. Yeah. You know what? The thing is, I get more, and we all get more clicks when things are bad because people want to vent. I take losing harder than I hate losing more, and I don't enjoy winning near as much as I should. So let's get it. Let's go Dodgers. Let's get healthy. Dave Roberts, manage like you've never managed before. Manage like you did 2020, Game 5, Game 6 of the World Series. Be smart. Demote who you need to demote. He didn't go with Kenley, and he probably could have, but he didn't. He did the right thing. Aloha, Mr. Norm. So thanks everyone again. I appreciate you so much. We got up to 240 views. That's pretty good for this this part-time hack. Appreciate you all. Let's get it, Dodgers. As always, God bless, and go Dodgers.